What's going on, people? What is the deal? It is your boy Spaces, and we are live. This is a need to have conversation that we got going on tonight, man. First of all, I just want to say what's going on to all of the beautiful people, man. What is going on? I hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful day. It is a beautiful day, man. We have some things to talk about, man, and it is time to talk about those things. Yes, yes, yes. So I hope that, let's see, I think everybody can hear me. Yes. Okay, yes. All right, cool. Yeah. So I can be heard. Boom. What's up? We got camera one working, camera two is working. What's going on? And camera three is working also. I just want to make sure everything is working smooth. Look like it is. I gotta get me a no. I gotta get me a little light right here to cover this side. But for right now, we're good. Matter of fact, I think I will turn this light up just a little bit. I don't know. I might be. Ooh, I went all the way dark. Let's see what's a good spot. I think that right there is a good spot. Yeah. All right, cool. What's happening, people? What's going on, man? It's your boy Spaces, man. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Man, let's get to it. We are talking about Native Instrument Maschine 3.0 update, and I want to discuss it, man. It has been it's been hit and miss, and so I wanted to jump on and really just kind of talk about it. I think I will let a couple more people get on. But while I'm doing that, I was working on something here real quick, and I can kind of work on that while people jumping on, man. I think I can. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. Working on this little joint right here. What up, Anthony Wood? What's happening? Kind of like that. Now I don't like the sound. Let's see here. See if we can find Shamilsh. Let's see here. Minimize the screen here. I like that. Let's go with that. I feel like I'm clipping. Let's see. I am. Okay. And my internet's bad. Alright, let me fix up, y'all. Okay, so we should be pretty decent there. Okay, I think we're getting a little bit better here. Trying to make sure everything is smooth. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay, y'all let me know if it goes any worse, okay? Just from what I'm looking at here, like it got better. Okay, let's keep going. What up, Post? What's going on, my guy? Now this is how I normally use Maschine. I'm using it as a plug-in. And this is gonna mean something in a minute. Like that one song. I like that, so let's load that one. see it. Did it say? Yep. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah. So cool. That's a good basic idea, man. You know, just wanted to cook some up. Give everybody time to get on here, man. So I want to go ahead and transition, man. All right. So we have a thing here, right? Post, if you still on here, bro, I appreciate you for being here, man. For sure, man. You and Anthony Wood, appreciate you. Whoever else is on here. See, I got a couple people, so I'm definitely grateful for you guys being on here, man, for sure. But I wanted to talk about Native Instruments Maschine 3 update, and I wanted to get your opinions on it. What do you guys think about it? Let's have a discussion, man. I was hoping that I can get a couple more people on here, and I think I'm going to go live on Instagram also. Let's see what we got here. Let's see here. I want to go live. How do I do it? Man, I have oh, there we go. All right, so yeah, so let's do it. We're going live on Instagram also because I want to talk about this thing, man. So welcome Instagram. Instagram is live. I have YouTube also. Y'all, these two are my major platforms. And so I wanted to get on here and really just have a discussion. And I know I think Instagram is only going to give like an hour or so. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. But yeah, man, Native Instrument Maschine update. I wanted to get everybody's opinion on it. I wanted to hear what you guys thought about it, man, and like have a discussion on it and just kind of see where we're at with the Maschine update. And I will give my opinion on it just to kind of start it off. I actually think that it was a decent update. I think that the update, if depending on what scale you on, depending on what frame of mind you're in, will determine if you really like it or not, right? So I'm thinking to myself, Let me start this. Shout out to my wife. My wife is hold on. We sleep the rain every night, so she's telling me to turn the rain on. So y'all give me 1 second here. Shout out to my honey. I think we're back. Boom. Yep, we're back. All right. So I think that the update is decent. I think it's a decent update. I think that I think depending on how you use Maschine is going to determine on what you feel about it. I think that if you are a user of Maschine, and I think that if you're using it as a, let's just say if you create from it, I don't know how many people actually create from Maschine. I don't know what the stats are. I don't know of, what the stats look like. What's up, Hella Yellow? What you got going on, man? I don't know like how many people are actually using Maschine as a groove box or whatever the case may be, as a create machine. I mean like not a create machine, but a actual groove box. And without that information, it's hard for me to tell what's what. And so if I think that if you're using it like that, hold on, it's making me log in for whatever reason. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna quit. I don't know what this stupid thing is doing. Anyway, I'm not even gonna worry about it. I just have to watch the chat over here. But anyway, I think that if you are a user of Maschine, I think this was a great update. Now, if you feel as if Maschine is behind, if you're one of those people that feel like it's behind, I don't think that you really enjoyed the update. If you're one of those people, if you're saying, man, they are super behind, and I hate that they are behind, then I hate this thing make me do all this, man, just to freaking log in, bro. Anyway, I'm trying to do this all at the same time. I think if you're a user, like if you're a hardcore user, you use Maschine to create with, and you thought Maschine 2 was like outdated or whatever the case may be, then I think that you are particularly enjoying the update. I think that you are a avid creator in Maschine. Now, if you're not using Maschine as that, and you're using it as like I'm using it here, I'm using it as a plug-in, then the update is cool, but it's not there yet. I think it's a great update because I think it's updated as far as the way it look. I like the stem separation, and I like the editing that it'll allow you to do while you are like without your machine. So if you use it, let's say if you use a machine and you're out somewhere, you just kind of create and you don't have your machine with you, you have just your software, then you're able to actually use your software better without having the machine itself. But if you were looking for a machine to be like completely overhauled and all these different updates to be current with all the things that we have now, then I don't think you enjoyed it. Like I have, and that's not to say that it's bad, because and it's all based on personality, right? I want it to be solid. That's what I want. I want it to be solid to a point where I'm not losing sessions, right? So other how can I say this? I want to be careful how I say this. There's some dolls that are out there that are not solid. They do a bunch of stuff, but they're not solid, and they shut down all the time. You know, as much as you're trying to get done, you have a workflow that you're using, and it's shut down. I would strip all the additional stuff that's added and just have a solid doll, like versus having a bunch of features if the doll is not solid. So is Maschine solid? Yes, I think Maschine is solid. I think it always has been solid. I wish that it wasn't as big as it is. Well, I don't want to say how big it is. I hate that it uses as much CPU as it does. Let me say it like that. The amount of CPU that it uses, I think, can take away from the actual use of the product itself. I love the Maschine. I love the software. I love Maschine too. So it's not about the software. It's about your experience with it. What up, Kraken? What's going on, my guy? I believe it's all about the experience. Because of how I use it, it's perfect for what I do. I like the look. I like the stem separation. Now, I can do stem separation in Studio One, but if I was let's just say if I was still using Bitwig, then that stem separation would be important for me because now I can use it in that aspect. Technically, I would probably use it more in Maschine versus Studio One because if I'm really using it and chopping it up, I get a better experience in Maschine chopping than I do in Studio One chopping because I like the ability to actually chop itself like old school. Now, some people like my guy Kraken over here on Instagram. What's up, TJ? What's going on, my guy? Kraken said he's waiting for 4.0. So that's what I'm saying. So it depends on what your experience is and how you're using it. If you are looking for Maschine to be like your thing, right? And let's say that there's a lot of new features that are out there that you can identify with. Let's just say like with Studio One, right? Studio One has the splice integration, which I thought was dope. I'm still getting used to. Well, let me start here before I go there. The splice integration is super dope. I think it's like the best thing they could have ever done as far as how I produce. The way I like to gather ideas, right? Sometime when I'm creating, I don't want to be stuck to the same sounds that I use or the same way that I play different things, right? So I'm always looking for inspiration from something else. So in Studio One, the way that it's set up as far as the splice integration, where you can actually grab your sounds, drag it over, and it pick things based on what you put in, the information that you put in there, that's dope to me. That right there is something that's valuable to me. And so if you're looking for those kind of updates, it is not there yet. It's not there yet. And I say that because Maschine is still dope. Again, I am in love with Maschine 2. Maschine 2 to me was beautiful. And so Maschine 3 to me is going to be beautiful because I lost nothing. I didn't lose anything in the update. I only gained the things that I gained. But myself, the things that I'm looking for in Native Instrument, I don't think they will ever do just because of how it's set up. It's set up to be a groove box. I would like for it to be more of a DAW-like, if that makes sense. with the like let's just say MPC. MPC has where you can actually you can use the MPC for the drums and everything, but it has a DAW like setup where I don't have to use a pad to create an instrument. Like for me personally, I want all my instruments separate. I can put them all in its own category and do whatever I want to do with it, like a DAW would. Now there are times where I'm in Maschine and I just want to create. I don't want to think about all the other things. I don't want to think about any of that. I just want to create. I may hear something in my head and I just want to get it out. And I can do that. All I got to do is pull up my computer, pull out my Maschine, and go for it. Or I have the Plus. I can pull it out and just create. I don't even need my computer. So like different things like that are there. But when it comes down to like really creating, I want that DAW feel. Now I'm not going to hate Native Instrument because they don't have that. It's just a thing they don't have. I understand. I'm not going to get everything out of one DAW. I understand. I understand me as a business person understand that let's use me as the example. I don't create every type of music, right? So there's people that have come to me to say, well, hey, I want a trap beat, right? I don't really make trap beats. I don't have fun making them. Is that a flaw against me? Could be, because I miss on different situations, because I know I'm doing a disservice to the artist, right? But I have a job, so I don't have to lean on it. I like better music when there's a creative process behind it. Usually if you're a trap producer, then you're going to create a track and send it. And of course you'll make tweaks here and there with that, but I'm not that kind of producer. I want to be in on the process. I want an artist to hear something and they want to, hey, let's do this. We can create all these different scenarios with it. Usually trap is just straight through whatever it is. So that's not like a knock on people that do it. It's just not my thing, right? So that I understand the concept that a company is not going to have everything in one unit. One product is not going to have everything. Man, I looked at Cubase today. Man, Cubase, man, it looked really good, bro. It looked really good. But I'm gonna stick where I'm at. I anyway, I'm gonna stick where I'm at. I just like the way it looked. It looked cool. I've never used Cubase before. I know Post do. If he's still on, I know Post uses Cubase, and I've seen him use it before, and he make me want to use it. He make me want to at least play with it, at least give it a chance to see what it do. But I'm not going to do that because I get distracted, and if I want to do that, I can just go back to Bitwig and get distracted with that. But I think I have found a good rhythm with Studio One as far as issues that I've had with it. I have a couple issues that I have with it now, and that could be something that I'm doing. So, yeah, we got the hearts up. I mean, thumbs up, whatever. But it could be something that I'm doing. I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm going to try to figure out what the heck just happened. I'm going to try to figure it out. I don't know what that sound was, bro. That's crazy. Maybe it's something I hit. But I'm going to figure that part out. The point is that I know I can't get everything out of one company, right? So if that's the case, then that means that I just have to live with whatever it is. I'm not a person that's going to use 3 different dolls. I'm just not that person. I get way too distracted, and next thing I know, it's time that has left, that I can't recover from because I spent a bunch of time trying to figure something out. Well, that's not what I want to do. Right. So I want to know what you guys think about it, man. I talked to a guy today on somebody else's channel, and he thought it was trash. He thought the update was trash. I don't think it's trash, but I asked him the question. I'm like, so what kind of user are you? Are you someone that uses it a lot? Like, how do you use it? And basically, he was saying that he used it back in the day, back in 2000, whenever, and when he used it, he was creating full tracks with it, but he thought it was a little limited. Come to find out, I believe that he was trying to use it as a DAW because he ended up going to MPC and he said that he could create a full song with vocals and everything in it. So I took from that he wanted to have like a DAW type of experience. So you're not gonna get that in Native Instruments, bro. It's simply a groove box. That's all it does. Is it help you create grooves. You're not, in my opinion, you're not gonna create a full song in Maschine. Full track, yes. Full song, no. Cause I have seen guys and seen like girls or guys, producers. I've seen producers where they can really create in Maschine. Sometimes, like when I use it completely, if I'm just creating, if I'm just jotting something down, then it works. But once I started adding all these other things that I'm thinking of, it kind of slows me down in a sense. Because again, I have to go determine how I want to set up my instruments. And so when I start setting up my instruments, I got to think about pads and am I going to be separate? Like group A is going to be this, group B is going to be this, group C is going to be this. And sometimes I don't want to work like that. Sometimes I don't want to work like that. There's sometimes that I'm cool with it because maybe I am using my Uno Synth Pro over here with my Maschine Plus and it just flows well like that. And I don't have my computer. So it just depends. It just depends. But I wanted to get like other people's opinion on this and see where everything is, what people were thinking about it. I hear people saying that they're going to skip it. They're going to wait on Maschine 4. Yeah. I can understand that. Depending on how you use it, I can understand that. But then you have somebody like me. I'm diehard Native Instrument, bro. I like I'm going to use it. Like it's like Maschine 3. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. It's just what I'm going to do. Now shout out to Native because they sent me a copy of it, but man, I get copies of a lot of stuff from a lot of companies, and some I use and some I don't. But this is just one that I'm going to use because I like the way it allowed me to do certain things in it. That's better than my DAW. I think trying to create a chop in Studio One it can be done, but again, I like the feel of the old school, cutting it up, putting it on a pad, and really playing with the chop that way. So I'm going to use Maschine because of that. I'm going to use it a whole lot more because of that. I started learning how to maneuver around from idea to song. So I can go from the idea section and then switch over to the song section and then just kind of move my song along, making sure that it matches what's in the DAW. Sometimes that can be time consuming depending on what I'm doing. But for the most part, I'm usually doing it like that. Um, I love playing my drums. I love playing them. I don't want to dial. I don't want to click them in. I don't want to, put. I don't want to. I don't want to click them in. I just want to play them. Impact is not that to me. I don't really. I never use impact. Right. I use it every now and then, depending on what's going on. If I'm out and I don't have my machine with me, then I'll use impact that way. But see now because Machine 3 allows you to use your software better, maybe I don't have to do that. Maybe I can just use Machine 3. I haven't really tried it yet, but as you can see, if you have not seen my video on it, definitely go check that video out. I dropped it earlier today. But there is a little bit more editing tools in there. I just think I'm trying to say something without saying too much. I know it's going to get better. I know there's other things that are coming with Maschine. So I know it's going to do what it's going to do. But it's I don't know, man. Like, how do people feel about it? Like, what's the thing? Like, what are people thinking about it, man? I got a couple people on here, so I just want to know. I just want to know what it is. And I know most of my people, because we're part of the Paint family. Shout out to K Sound. I know he's live right now also, so I know most of my people over there. He was already live earlier today, but I still wanted to jump on though. But I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what the consensus is of what we're using, how we're using Maschine. I don't know. Let's go. Let's see here. So much going on today, man. So much going on today. Okay, boom. All right, just had to update a little bit. But yeah, man, that's my take on it. That's my take on it for sure. So let's get back to the music, man. Let's see what we got going. Yeah, let's go back. You say you never use Machine, or never use, just curious. Sacred Soul Sessions, yo. Bro, I just want you to know, man, I laugh every time I see that, man. I am in Louisiana, my guy. I'm in Louisiana, man. I think you're on the East Coast, my brother. Hey, Sacred Soul, man, you use Machine, bro? We've been talking about it. See if you use it. I'll tell y'all another thing, man. What do y'all think? Where y'all think music is going, bro? New Jersey. What's going on, man? All the way in New Jersey, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, you are an hour ahead, bro. For sure. Where y'all think music is going, man? I think that it's so it is so hard to say, bro. Like it's really, really hard to say what is going to happen. I haven't heard like anything recently that was like new and just killing it to me. Like I stumbled across Samba the Great, I think it is. Oh my gosh, bro. She is so cold, bro. Not the right direction, I know, bro. I know, man. It's like nobody will step out there though, and then I guess it get to a point where whatever moves the people just moves the people. But I haven't heard anything like recently that was just crazy, especially from like hip hop. I don't know, man. I think with the whole, with the whole situation that's going on now, I really believe that we're about to go back to a time where you're gonna have creatives creating music, and as they create, I think it's gonna be more of a. I, I'm hoping to go back to where it used to be, where you just had to be different. That's what I'm hoping to go back to. I would really like for it to go back to that place, and I think it's why I've been kind of like looking at Sacred. We've been talking about Machine, bro. We've been talking about Machine 3.0, the update, and if people are really liking it, or if they're not, like why they're not, what type of user are you, different things like that. And then at that point, I didn't have anybody on here that was using that kiss. So, um, but then we start talking about the direction of music, bro. We just chatting it up tonight, man. We just chatting it up. I do, you know what, bro, man. I'm thinking about like doing like a podcast, bro. I know that's so cliche these days, bro. But I don't know if people be interested in another podcast though. But I have other things. I have things I be want to talk about that I see, and I'm like, whoa, okay. So I guess we'll do that, man. I guess we'll kind of go in that direction a little bit. I got a question for y'all, man. What do y'all think about this thing, bro? Like, have y'all seen this? This is the Rolly. What do y'all think? Not this one. Not this one. Hold on. This deal right here. Uh, Old girl is dope, bro. No, is her name Gnarly? I think it is. I think that's her name. Gnarly is dope, bro. I've been seeing it everywhere. What y'all think about this deal right here, though? Like being able to use your hand as motion. I think that's the coolest idea in the world. Am I disappointed in the machine? Is that what you're saying? A scared soul. I love this technology. I absolutely love what they're doing with this. Um, this thing is really, really dope, bro. Being able to move like that and create like that is just crazy to me. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Like it's a whole new way of creating music, bro. Like this kind of stuff grabs my attention because it's new. It's a new outlook. I thought about grabbing like a Rolly. I thought about it very much so, but I talked myself out of it because I'm just not there yet. Yeah, the update. I was not disappointed in it because of how I use it. That was part of the conversation. The way I use Machine, I'm not disappointed in the way that I use it. I'm not looking for it to do everything. I'm looking for it to do a couple new things. The stem separation is like top of my list. I love the stem separation because my DAW that I use is Studio One, and I would rather use the stem separation in Machine because I can chop it on the pads versus trying to chop it in the DAW at Studio One. So I'm not disappointed in that, but I've seen people that are because I think they was expecting it to be quote unquote up to date. Um, I don't know what the direction is. It almost kind of seemed like they're trying to kind of fade away from. I don't know. I don't want to say that because you have, let's say, like the MK3, right? The S series. you're getting basic. You're getting real basic connection with it, so it can do certain things. You don't have the full experience like you would with the MK2. So with the MK2, I can actually control Maschine. With the MK3, I can't. But I'm wondering if they're trying to go to like the next level with it, if that makes sense. But I don't know. Like I don't know. I haven't heard that from anybody. Even with the people that I know are native, I have not heard any of this. I just know it just seems the way it seems is if I have a product, right, I got the Maschine, I got the MK3 that come out, but it can't even control Maschine, then I'm like, okay, so what's going on? Now, here's the trick to it though. If you pull up Contact 8 in Maschine, you can control it a little bit more because now you have the option to choose like the sounds just like you would in any other DAW, right? So you can do it in Control 8, but even now you can do that. And with the transpose, like the transient information that you can do, like, and I think I'm saying the wrong word, but you can, stop and play, record, and all that good stuff. And you have Play Assistant. So you can do all of that stuff within Maschine 3.0, but you won't be able to like pull up the sounds and everything with the MK3. But if you go to Maschine and open up Contact 8, then you can through Contact 8. So there's like a workaround for it. And I don't know if everybody know that workaround, but I mean, it can be done. But I am not disappointed in it, but I know people that have. But I know people that are disappointed with it because as a whole, it doesn't do what they're looking to do as a whole. And so with that would probably push you away from that, which is understandable. Man, there is something, you know what, man? I have to, man, I think I'm going to like do some kind of a podcast kind of deal with this. It'd be so much I'd be want to talk about, man. Things that I see and I'm like, yo, like what that's crazy. So let me ask y'all this, man. What do y'all feel about what do y'all feel about this? I don't know if y'all saw this or not. And I'm going to drop off of Instagram because y'all can't even see what I'm doing. So, and there's nobody here anyway. So we're going to drop off here. All right. So now that is done. So I want to know what you guys think about this, right? I know I got a couple guys in here. I just want to know what
all those people
y'all think about this. Let's see here. All right.
I don't see you no more.
Come on, man. What? Are we doing this in real time in front of you?
What do y'all think about this connection right here? Timbo and Suno. And if you don't know who Suno is an AI company that create music with AI. How do y'all feel about this? Have y'all heard about this? Is this something that you heard of, don't know about, don't care about? Like, what do y'all feel about this, man? Because I really want to know what people think about this. I know people have something to say about it. I haven't like researched it yet, but I'm sure people are coming for that. Man, that's some good water. Anyway, just in case, I know there's a couple people in here, and I don't know. Let's talk about it. Me personally, I'm gonna say this: if you are afraid of AI, you shouldn't be making music anyway. That's what I would say. Um, AI is as limited as its information. Another thing that does not bother me about AI is that no matter what you do with it, it cannot replicate a human being, bro. Like our instincts, our instant thought of I need to do this, or instant thought that I need to do that, instant thought of yo, this is I need a guitar and I don't want to play with the chord structure that it's doing. I don't want to play with the progression. I want to play off that progression a little bit. I don't want to play it exactly on the timing. I want to play around with the timing. Like it can never, I don't want to say never. I don't think it'll ever get to that point where it thinks like a human though. Simply because a lot of the music that we do, we feel the music that we do. If you're a producer like that, you feel the music that you're doing. So it's like you can't identify that in AI. It's just really, really hard to do. Pop Tarts and grape soda. What's up? Welcome to the live stream. Do you think that hardware is coming back into play? Yes, I do. I'll tell you this. I'm going to come from this for a second and I'm going to say this. I believe the old way of music that we used to do is coming back. I think the artistry, I think we've got a chance to see what it's like to create music with no heart behind it. And we just burned out on it. Because now what happened was there's music that was created. Let's use trap music for an example. Trap music was created, and because it had no feeling behind it, then there was no substance to it, so to say, if that makes sense. There was no substance to what was going on with trap music. It was a dance, it was a feeling, it had its moment, it had its era where you just feel it. It just do something to you. But it always come to a moment. Everything has a moment where it's just like played out now. It's like it get to a point where you can't do anything else with it. You have to fall within this guideline. And so when you fall within that guideline too much, then it gets boring fast. Now, here's the topic of the discussion right now. Can AI replicate that music? Of course it can. Of course it can. Mumble rap. Yes. I think it had its place where it was dope. Everybody jumped on the wave on it and they ran it up with it. But then I think it got boring because now you got everybody sound the same. Everybody sounds the exact same. Like you can't tell one person from the other. And I say, I'm one of those people that say create what you create. Just create what you create. I have this idea. I have this thing of anytime somebody create music or create whatever, it's never been created before. And so if I create a beat, even if it's whack to the world, I've created something that has never been created before. Not as in style or whatever the case may be. I'm saying that specific song, that specific track, that specific whatever, it's never been created before. I'm the only one that's ever did it, right? So I'm for create what you create. But man, when the radio is full of it, It's like what you hear all the time. And not only that, you hear it in sync music because they're just keeping up. Sync music just keeps up with what's current. You know what I mean? It just keeps up what's current and it plays whatever. But yes, I think that companies are recognizing there's still a bunch of us that still want hardware. We still like putting our hands on products. And they also know that we like the look of it in a studio. And I love the look of I love the look of having the things that I have in my studio, right? So this let's go here, right? So if stupid thing. There you go. Go back to where you were at. This is a new webcam, y'all. And I absolutely love this baby, but it does what it does sometimes. This Maschine Plus, this deal here, this is the fader port from Personas. Got my Stream Deck, got my Novation over here. I got this little deal here, right? I'm gonna do a video on this. I'm gonna do a video on this real soon here. I gotta get one done on this. This thing here is so dope, man. It's a digital audio interface. We're gonna talk about it. But having this stuff is still it's still at the top of the list, right? People still love having these products. If this is the Maschine Plus, if I had the Maschine 3, it still would do the exact same thing, right? But having this to where I can take this with me is a whole nother world where I don't even have to have my computer, right? This is hardware that if I unplug it from this computer, I can use it I can put a headphone in there. I could be somewhere and still use this. Then I can bring it back to my desk here and still just have it, these speakers, this computer. I mean, it's a camera that's over here. Yeah, I got, this camera here. This is dope. Like this whole look, I have it set up just so it can catch this side over here, just for the look. Like when I'm going to redo this room, and I can't wait till I get a chance to redo this room because this is just, I moved in. I built this home a couple years ago. And when I built this home, I just had to get set back up because I had obligations to meet. So I didn't have a chance to just really do anything with it. And so, but this room here is going to be redone from top to bottom. I have my planner back here. This is my weekly planner. I have this little light here and all that good stuff. And then you see all the way in the back, I even got like a picture on the ground and all that good stuff. You can see like all this stuff. You can't see, still can't see it, but yeah, man, like even, you know what? I'm going to flip this one around right here. Nope, this way. So if you look here, like I even have my DJ set up back there, my little Numark back there. I use it every now and then. I get a chance to use it. Got my synthesizer, my M2. Like I have things in here that I just love to use. Even this camera, like I love this little camera, man. This camera is the best thing ever. Oh, I got a video. I got something coming out on that. But anyway, but yes, the idea that I can have this stuff in my office and then just set up, it's still a thing. It's still a thing. I know a lot of the younger producers, they use computer and they're fine with it. But man, it's still so many of us that use hardware. Every synth that comes out is just, hardware is the best. It is the best, bro. It really is. I'll be honest with you. Like when I use like the DAWs that I use, I don't get the sound that I get out of this Maschine Plus. Like the drums that come out of this Maschine Plus is just crazy. Like I don't get that sound out of the DAW itself. Like, I don't know if maybe it's just the way that, I don't know. I just know when I use this machine, the Maschine Plus, it just, the drums just hit way harder. My Uno Synth Pro over here, small as that thing is, it still have that synthesizer sound. Like, it's hard to beat, bro. It's like hard to beat. In the software world, you can do it, but it's just hard to beat, man. So yes. Oh yeah, the Yamaha 473, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, just think about it. Like, you have somebody like Jermaine Dupri that's still using old school hardware that he still carry around. Now, I'm sure Akai have sent him new product because he's a face for him, but he still used that stuff. I remember I just saw a video of him not too long ago. He was still using a floppy disk, bro. It's just, I'm gonna tell you, man. It's gonna become a point where all of the music that we're hearing right now is just gonna fade away. And you're going to have to make music again in order to make it, because all of the CEOs have left all of the major companies. All of them are in shambles right now. I have heard stories behind the scene. All of the labels are in shambles right now because they put artists out based on their social media platforms, right? What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that instead of focusing on good music, instead of focusing on substance music, in substance music just simply means there's heart and passion in what you're doing, not you're just talking about something of substance, right? And that's a whole nother world. That's a whole nother thing. But just you are passionate about the music that you put out. And it has nothing to do with the chains, the necklace, all the outer stuff. It don't have anything to do with it. It just you and your music, and you going for it, bro. Like I don't know if y'all seen a video of Travis Scott. Travis Scott has a video where he's making a beat, and it's like the look in his eyes when he's making the beat versus when he's rapping. Like, it's just something about the difference between the two. And then so when he's rapping, well, he's a producer of music, so he's gonna hear these songs in so many different ways that he can create these different flows because of the way he hear the songs. If you're not passionate about your music, you're not gonna hear that. You're just not gonna hear it. It's just gonna be a track. It's gonna be a track somebody sent you, and somebody's gonna probably write it for you, and you're gonna do it like that. But when you hear like somebody like Travis Scott, you hear somebody like a Tyler the Creator, those guys are different. I don't know if y'all have heard Tyler new music, bro. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Like, I don't even really listen to like hip hop music, so to say. And I'm Christian, so I don't listen to a lot of music like that anyway. But I catch it, like I hear it, just to see what people are doing music wise. And so when I listen and see what he's doing visually, and then he's got this music, it's not normal. Like, it's not the regular just songs, bro. He really put thought into what he was doing. So he's a creator of music also. There's videos of him creating music in his studio. And so when you have someone that can create music, they hear that music in many different flows. When I'm creating a track, the track may not mean anything to anybody. People may hear the track and say, oh, it's whack, whatever the case may be. But I'm creating it because I can hear these different flows and different patterns on it that would make it dope. But for me to sell you that idea is very hard for me to do that because, number one, It's not your style, probably. And number two, you just hear it in different ways, right? So if I was an artist, I could really hear different flows and patterns and cadences that I can use with it because I created that with those in mind. So it's different. If you are just somebody just putting music in and just doing whatever, then you just putting music out there. You're not really passionate about what you're doing. You're just putting it out there to see if it catch and see if you've heard another song, right? And this is one of those things. If you've heard a song and you've tried to mimic that song, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. You probably have no idea what I'm talking about, because like there's a part of me that don't want to sound like anybody else. That's old school. That's from back in the day. Back in the day, you used to be called out for that kind of stuff. You was biting. Back then we called that biting. You biting off somebody if you're mimicking somebody you already heard. You couldn't do that. Like even before that, James Brown, Prince, the Beatles, all those artists, Michael Jackson, all those artists, they didn't sound like nobody else. Everything came after them was sounding like them. And so back in my day, you had Snoop Dogg's, the Master P's, the Cash Moneys, the DMX's, the Method Man, Redmans. You had the West Coast with Dr. Dre. You had Eminem. You had Exhibit. Man, you had all these different people. Then in Texas, we had Screw Music. In Florida, they had Miami Bass. In St. Louis had Nelly, had a whole nother sound. I remember a dude out of Texas named Half Pint. He was about bass. It was just so many different styles of music because everybody had to be different. East Coast, Method Man, Redman, Biggie. Then you had Pac on the West Coast. You had Common. You had Missy Elliott. You had all these different people. Everybody's trying to be different. So you had so much music to pick from. You had so much music to pick from. It was unreal. But then it went away. Somewhere along the line, it went away. The A&Rs and the executives said, hey, we need somebody that can do whatever. Yeah, and then it just kind of went away. So that was a lot to say. But I wanted to say all of that to just come back to this point here of what I was about to go into. Is Timbaland and Suno. Is this like a new way? Is this like a new thing? Is this the new wave? Is this us using AI to its potential? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what he talking about.
I always loved music. I didn't say what I can get into. I just let music guide me. My music diversity is so broad. It was Missy, there was Genuine, there was Static, rest in peace, Player, there was Aaliyah, Jay-Z, Beyonce. The list goes on and on. All those people was collaborations. Back then I wasn't just like hip hop, I was everything. So it's like I just wanted to bring my hard knock to all genres of music. And that's what I did. I just love innovation. I love things that can take what I've been doing for 30 years of my life and making it better.
And see that's the thing. When I hear AI, when I hear what AI can do, my mind goes to being in a studio and there's other people in the studio. And there's other people saying, hey, try this. There's other people saying, hey, try that. There's other people saying, hey, I have a different idea. I think this would work. That's what I'm thinking of when I think of AI. When I hear AI, the things that I've heard with it, I'm thinking, okay, man, I don't have anybody else in here with me. I'm an older man. I'm old, bro. I'm not hanging out at the studio all times of night, every night and on flights and all that good stuff. No, I have a wife and kids, bro, and I have a job. I'm not doing that, man. So when I create, I'm trying to find some ways of inspiration, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm original, and I'm not gonna use loops, and no, I'm not that guy. I'm just not that guy. I'm never gonna fall to that. I don't care what anybody says. I will get the, whatever I need to do to get the song, get the track, get the rights, get the paperwork, whatever the case may be. If it ever come down to something like that, I'm gonna do that. But for these purists that people, no, there's not a lot of people. There's not a lot of people there's one person that can make all these different songs with no help because they know music theory and they don't ever need anybody else. I don't know anybody like that. I don't know anybody like that. They tried to clown Timbaland because he has other people with him, but at the end of the day, everybody got somebody else with it, bro. Like there is not one person that's creating everything. Like the only person that I can even think of off the top of my head is Ryan Leslie, where he can actually go in, he can create guitars, pianos, organ, drums, whatever. He can play it all. That's the only person that comes to my mind right now thinking about it. Everybody else is good at one thing. Are we going to take away Scott Storch's creativity on the piano because he don't do everything? No, we not. Dr. Dre came out, he was making the melodies of these songs sound really good from songs that are already created that he sampled. Come on, y'all, man. I hate when people get to talking about loops, bro. I really do, because it just takes away from the essence of what we do. None of us. There's a very small group of people that can do everything on their own without anybody else. And every song they create, they can just make it pop like that. There's only a small group. I know, and even a lot of those people use samples. Come on, bro. Like I know probably Rodney Jerkins. He's really dope. And he can create with all those different things, but he still use something, bro. It ain't a lot of people, bro. But anyway,
These
let's keep
tools
going.
are just making it an easier way for you to communicate your artistic flow that's want to come out of you. I always go back to this saying of Quincy Jones didn't make Thriller till he was 50. What is my Thriller with this technology, these tools I got? Suno is the tool. It is the tool to turn your music into something that you have never heard.
You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Are we afraid of that? Is this right for Timbaland to do? Now again, I don't know the legal parts of this. I don't know if there's trouble behind it. I would always say make sure you cover CYA. But I'm just simply speaking to the creativity part of it. If I had a loop that sounded real good, just the way it was, I would find an instrument to replicate what I've heard and try to get that same feeling from it. Because a lot of times it's a chord progression that you probably already know, but it's something about that one specifically. Maybe it's a string, maybe it's a pad, maybe it's a certain piano or a certain synth that made it sound like that, certain effects. And so now I'm trying to replicate that because maybe I don't want to use that. Maybe I want to use my own thing. You just never know.
So we here on Suno, the cover feature. Cover is where you insert your song and it gives you remix versions. And I'm actually like, it's beautiful at this time when it's coming out at this time because I have a single called Love Again. And I said, ooh, why don't I just remix my own song in different ways, right? So this is my single, the original.
That's crazy.
I don't love you no more. Say that you love me, try
Woo.
to backstab me over.
All right.
That junk is crazy. Man,
In
listen.
covers, I inserted that, and I gave it a prompt, and then I came up with this.
For love again, I don't see you no more. I don't feel you no more.
Whew.
I don't want you to love me no more.
See, now that just created a whole nother idea. A whole nother idea from something that I've already created. That just created a whole nother idea from it. And now I can go back and say, oh, okay, well, I want to change this about the one that I originally had because I like this one better. And go from there. Woo.
So as you can see, it took and flipped my whole song. This tool is so unique and so different.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Do you see that? But it's what I, you know what I'm saying? And I kept it, I just kept it simple. It's another version.
Woo.
I haven't really been excited about a tool in a long time, you know. I love Ableton when it came out, but it's the new everything. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the way you're gonna create music, because it's like I got this idea. I don't have to run back to the studio. I just run to Suno.
That's crazy.
Hey, Mark, this one.
Woo, 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 woo.
That's why we need the dog to clean it up. But that's a good version though. So I would take the ones I love, pick the ones and go through and sit with them. Just do it. It's like really working in the studio, but we can't do everything at once. You gotta perfect the ones that you love. Then go back in, twist those up, get those right, put those to the side. Go to another batch that you love. Yeah, it's a cool remix. People love this. Then I might even give it to like a producer, like an Afrojack or Martin Garrix or.
You see what I'm saying? You see that? You see what I'm talking about? He's gonna give it to another producer because they do these things well. See? You gotta be able to collaborate with other people, whether if it's with a loop, whether if it's with a producer, whether if it's with AI, you're collaborating in some kind of way.
Diplo, hey, give me your take on this version I did. You know what I'm saying? Could give you something totally new. You can start something totally new from something that you made. You thought it was a remix, but now it's not a remix. It's like, let me reimagine the whole song. It's just more of feeling like a kid again. I mean, I already accomplished what I'm going to accomplish, right? I just feel like when I leave out the room with Suno, it's always leaving me in a creative space. I'm never resting. For me, at this stage of my music career, it's my muse. I'm like a kid, like I was 19 years old. It's like falling back in love with the purity of creativity.
It's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's it's just like I said, man. It's just simply being able to release yourself from the gates of what people are going to say and what people are going to do and what people are going to hold you accountable for and all those different things, and just create the music, bro. Just create the music. Just create. Don't worry about if it's dope. Don't worry about if it's cold. Don't worry about if it's trash. Don't worry about any of that. It's unique to you. That's what it is. It's unique to you. That's all that matters. Is that it's unique to you. I'm on a push to just get people to create again. Just create. Don't worry about what it sounds like. Just create. Once it get to a point where you like it, you fall in love with it. Or maybe you don't fall in love with it. Maybe it's just completed. And put it out to the world. Just release it. And don't even worry about it no more. Don't worry about if anybody listen to it. Don't worry about if it gets streamed. Don't worry about if you make money from it. Don't worry about if anybody like it. Don't worry about any of that. Just create and push out. That's what I'm doing, man. I'm on a path of just creating and pushing. Finding a flow. Finding what flow works best with me. And just creating and putting. Oh, now I got a hiccup. Just creating and releasing. That's what I want to do. I just want to create and release. Use the tools. I think that I don't think you have to purchase everything. And I know people think, I have people always telling me that, you're always trying to sell us something, and I'm not trying to sell nothing to nobody. I believe that that the tools that I use that someone would be interested in. I don't push every product that I get. If it's something that I know I won't use, then I won't do a video. I only do videos on the things that I'm going to use. And it's just all about the creation of art. Man, continue to create. I hope whoever's on here right now get the message, man. Create, release, move on. Like, there was a time where when you had like bad days, you can create a song or create music that represented a bad day. Or maybe you're motivated. You create motivated music, whatever the case may be, whatever it is. Just create and release it, man. Just create and put it out there because nobody else has created it. When it has produced by, it's your name. And nobody else can take claim for it because it's yours. Just think about how unique that is. How unique it is to have a track that you created and nobody else has ever created it. It's only yours. They may have had the sound. Maybe you have a loop that somebody else has used, but they didn't use it at the same BPM. They didn't use it in the same key. They didn't chop it like you did. It's still yours. It's still different. It's still your thought process on whatever that is. And so I absolutely love the fact that you can do that. That you put that out, you release it to the world, and it's yours. Can't nobody put claim on it but you. I absolutely love that. And I think people should do it more and more. And just, take every sound, everything that you're doing. And, I don't think people understand what it means to really take one little sound and make songs from it, or many different one sounds, and create entire songs from it. It's like an artist. Think about an artist that paints. The only thing they have in their beginning is colors. That's all they have is colors. Red, blues, white, greens, whatever the case may be. And they take those colors and they create art with them. Just the colors. Nothing else. That's interesting to me. When I see art, that's how I look at art. This person started with just colors and they just painted this beautiful picture with those colors. They may have had some people create with paint brushes. There's certain what they call them brushes, whether if it's a thick one, thin one, maybe it's a pencil, whatever the case may be. They only have colors to create with, and they have to take those colors and make paint and pictures. They create art from that. So you have one synth, one lead, one sound, one kick, one snare, one piano, and you create whole songs from it. So let that play in your mind, man, and just continue to create however it is that you're going to create, man, and never stop. Always create, never stop. So cool, man. This just turned into all these different things. I'm going to start a podcast, man. I don't want to call it a podcast. I'm going to just say these conversations, I guess. We'll start these conversations and let them build from that. Because I can talk music all day long. And I'm not even musically trained or anything like that. I don't know. I know music theory to a certain degree. But I'm still learning. Still learning that too, but it's not going to stop me from creating. Ever. So, man, yeah, that is it, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. I might come back tomorrow and live stream again. Tomorrow is my actual live stream date, but I wanted to do today because of Maschine release, but I may do it again tomorrow, man. It may be just me jumping on. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find different topics that I want to talk about, and I'm just come on here and drop them off, and we'll talk about them. That works, man? Cool. But anyway, I will see y'all in the next live stream, man. Just make sure you keep an eye out for it. We're going to be back again. We're going to keep doing what we do. Remember, stay creative, create, release, let go, man. Talk to y'all later. Peace.